All right, moving right along.
Yes.
We have a great actor here. We have an independent filmmaker. We have Paul Borghese. Let's give him up. Paulie, how are you, buddy?
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hi.
It's nice to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Definitely. So
Right.
listen, I'm going to actually start this time. Johnny's letting me start the interview.
That's it.
You've been in a lot of films. You've done a lot of TV. You're an independent filmmaker. For everybody out there that doesn't know some of the films and TV shows, why don't you name a few?
Sure. Well, I've worked on a lot of feature films and a lot of television shows. One of the roles that is most prominent for me is I played Yogi Berra in the HBO movie 61.
That's right.
Okay.
Yankee fans out there, the Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle home run race movie.
Nice.
Played Yogi in that movie, and I've been recently in a movie called Find Me Guilty with Vin Diesel, which was directed by
Are you
Cindy
in
Lamont.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
Nick Puccio.
Nick was in that
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Great guy. He comes on the show all the time.
I played Gino Mascarpone in that, and I have this movie coming out in theaters next weekend, which is called Vito Bonifaci, and that's
All
opening
right.
up on May 6th. And I've done most of the New York television shows, the Law and Orders. I used to have a recurring role on Third Watch. I was on Without a Trace. I was on the ESPN miniseries, The Bronx is Burning.
Oh, cool.
You know,
You got your pads and
all
pen
the
people,
shows.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't want to go on but we worked the
No, that's
television
why
shows,
you're
worked the
here.
movies. Yeah, and I'm right now just finished shooting a feature film called Goat, and I co-wrote that with William DeMeo and directed it, and Armand Asante's in it, and Ice-T,
Oh, nice.
and Vincent Pastore, and Kathy Moriarty, and Louis Veneria, who is
Wow.
also a guest on the show tonight. Louis is also in Vito Bonifaci. We work together a lot.
Okay.
So I'm keeping busy.
Definitely.
And then I'm doing your show.
Now, listen, how is it? I mean, you just answered the first 3 questions, but that's good. I want to talk about Goat. Where did you get the name Goat? What?
Well, back in the late 60s, early 70s, anybody knows about muscle cars. Pontiac GTO was nicknamed the Goat.
Okay.
So the main character in the movie, when he gets out of prison, he's got his 1968 restored Pontiac GTO
That's cool.
in the garage, ready to go, and he just has it throughout the movie, and it's very personal to him, the car, and he basically does everything in his car.
That's cool. I had a muscle car. I had a 72 SS Nova. Yeah, same thing. How was it working with William DeMeo?
I work a lot with William DeMeo. He's a very creative guy. He's real hard worker in the independent film community. He always finds a way to raise money for films, and he's a good person to collaborate with writing. And he's a very good actor too.
Yeah. I liked him in a lot of his parts.
Yeah, the last movie
Wannabes.
Wannabes was a movie we actually met right after Wannabes.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And we
I
made
see
Searching for Bobby D together, which he starred in with Louis Veneria again. As you can see, I'm always casting Louis Veneria in the movies I direct. Carmen Electra was in that, and a lot of other people, Tony Darrow and Frank Pellegrino, and we work with a lot of the same people.
Now, the movie Goat, I'm sorry, Dana. The movie Goat, how'd you get all this? I mean, you got a good cast there. I mean, right there, I want to see the movie just with all the guys you got in there.
Well, it's a lot of personal relationships. When you're independent filmmaking, you don't necessarily have the budget to pay these people what they normally would get, but when they read the script, and you get them to read the script, and you can bypass the agents and get the script to their house and get them to read it, and if they like it, then they tell their agents they want to do the movie, and they'll work within the numbers that you have for them. So I've known Armand for a very long time. He liked the script, he wanted to play the role. So he came on board, and then we cast Kathy Moriarty as his wife in the movie, and they actually were love interests in Mambo Kings at some point in the story, so they were working together again. And, some of the other people that are in the movie, like we have Ja Rule is also in the movie, and he plays a music producer, so
Oh, yeah?
he was right. I think he's in jail right now, but when he
Go
did the
figure.
movie, he was producing music.
We believe it.
Hey, he's a rapper. I mean, come on.
It comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory.
Well, you know what happens when they get arrested or something goes wrong, even celebrities, right after that they drop an album or they're in a new movie because it's like, wow, they're doing bad, but they just did this movie. Let's get out and see
There you
it.
go.
So it's like,
His
it's a
fans will
trend.
come and see
Yeah.
the movie. So, yeah, the movie mixes a little bit of it's not a mob movie by any means, but there's a mob element and there's also a hip-hop element. I don't think the two have ever been mixed in quite the way we mix them in Goat.
No.
So we're really excited about this movie.
I like Armand. I like his acting very much.
Yeah, I heard you talking about how
The
he
Gotti
performed
movie,
John
right?
Gotti in this here. It'll be very tough for a tough act to follow for John Travolta. Although we know that John Travolta's a great actor.
Yeah.
And I'm very friendly with Mark Fiore, who's producing the movie. So
Okay.
I knew a lot about the movie as it was progressing, and as far as getting John Jr.'s life story rights and the writing of the script, and
Yeah.
it's been quite the process. It's been many months in the works.
I mean, I'm a Travolta fan from Saturday Night Fever. I actually watched him film part of that when I was a kid. And and I saw Travolta grow and then drop and then grow, and then like the last 10 years of his acting, he went more on the darker side, and he did great parts. Like, what was that Paris, Love from Paris? That movie?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I'm not sure which one.
Pelham 1, 2, 3. That was great.
Pelham, oh, that
Right,
was
yeah,
great.
Pelham 1, 2, 3.
yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. I mean, you know, so who knows? Maybe he could do
He had a lot of
Gotti.
personal things going on too in the past couple of years with his son and all that. So
Yeah, that's got to
might have kept
affect
him a
your
little
work.
quiet. Yeah.
Sure.
But it's definitely a hard nut to crack to beat the original Gotti. You know,
Yeah.
but who knows?
Yeah,
Always
but
up for a new mob movie.
Yeah, well, there's an appetite for it out there, and you know, audiences are just romanced by mob movies
Yeah.
and mob characters, and if they're played right, you know, they're gonna have long legs for this movie.
Oh yeah, you got a blockbuster. Speaking of GOAT, when is it going to be released? Also,
Actually-
tell everybody in the audience they can watch the trailer at what website?
Right, well, we just finished shooting GOAT
Yeah.
actually last Saturday, so we're hoping for a late summer release. And you can see the trailer on www.goat-the-movie.com. And it's a pretty hot trailer right now that we cut, and we're editing now, and we hope to have it released by late summer.
Good luck
Yeah.
with it.
Definitely.
Now, you brought in and rolling in one of the movies. What did you bring for us?
Well, this is a movie that I worked on a couple of summers ago called Vito Bonifaci. It's a very spiritual movie. I played the lead role in this. I didn't produce it or direct it or write it. And it's a religious movie. It's actually a movie that I think if people go see it, they'll get more in touch with their faith, whether they be really any religion or any race or creed. I think
Right.
everyone's gonna be able to relate to this, even though it's geared more towards Christians. And I think that if you go watch this movie, you stand a better chance of going to heaven. So,
I need to watch.
So I have a
this
clip
movie.
actually right now. We have a scene that I played with Louis Veneri. He plays my gardener.
All right.
Vinny in the movie. Basically, Vito Bonifaci is a successful, self-made businessman. He's a general contractor. He has a beautiful home, expensive cars. He has the life that you want to live, but he has a very bad dream, and he dreams that he pulls out of his driveway and he dies,
Oh, wow.
and he's condemned to go to hell because he's lived a materialistic life. So it's almost like a Groundhog Day, but not a comedy.
Sounds good.
And
Okay.
he's afraid to leave his driveway because he's afraid he's going to have a heart attack, and he comes back and he's soul-searching, and he has this scene with his gardener where he's soul-searching and trying to find out what the people that work for him, that live a much different life than him, what they think of his lifestyle.
Right.
All right. Well, listen, Mikey in the control room, why don't you roll that clip?
Hey, Vinny.
Hey, Mr. B.
Oh, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
A little winded, you know. Sometimes I forget how much property I have here. Walking up that hill, it's not as easy as it used to be.
Good problem to have, Mr. B. Don't complain.
Maybe you'll have that same problem one day.
I hope so. From your mouth to God's ears.
Let me ask you a question, Vinny.
Yeah.
You think I'm a good person?
Yeah, I think you're the best.
Oh, come on, Vinny. Really, just take a break for a second. Forget about the gardening. Answer the question like you weren't working for me. I mean, I want an objective, honest answer. Do you think I'm a good person?
You serious?
I'm dead serious.
Yes, I think you're a good person. I mean, you're great. You're great to me. Good to others. I mean, my perception of good is different than God's, though. I mean, only He knows the heart, right?
Yeah, wait, what do you mean?
Only He, you know what I mean.
No, Vinny. Stop the work. I don't know what you mean by that. Explain.
Well, I'll give you an example. Mr. Pontifico, my neighbor, you know him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you think he's a good guy?
Yeah.
Okay, he's good to others.
Uh-huh.
He's got a good reputation. Well, his daughter started dating this black dude. This black kid's an accountant. Okay, very successful, upfront kind of guy. He told his daughter to drop this tutsoon because he don't want no mooing yams in his family. Now, you can't be good and dislike someone for the color of their skin.
That makes sense.
And my brother, everybody thinks he's a great guy. But when I needed a few G's because of my DWI last year, he wasn't there for me. And a few G's to my brother is chump change. So I guess my brother's a good guy as long as you don't ask him for money. You were there for me, though, Mr. B. You know? So to answer your question, yes, I think you're a very, very good guy.
Well, hey, Vin, you know, I like you. You know, you're a good guy. I didn't mind loaning the money. I'd do it again if you needed it.
Oh, thank you. But if I was so good, I wouldn't be here talking about my neighbor and my brother. Tough
Hey.
to be good.
Come on. You're only human. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Well, that's it. That's the point I was trying to make. My perception of good is different than God's.
Wow. Okay.
You okay, Mr. B?
Yeah, I'm fine, Vinny. Why don't you get back to whatever you were doing with the garden?
Yeah.
It's looking really nice this year, by the way.
Right, nice.
Nice work.
Nice.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing it.
Now listen, what's in the future for Paul?
What's in the future for Paul? Well, next weekend I'll be at the opening weekend of Vito Bonifaci.
I'll be there.
And that's at the AMC Lowe's Village 7 at 11th Street and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan. So, and then as far as the next project, I'm supposed to be shooting a commercial for Resorts International in Atlantic City. Just going to be shooting a music video, and we're working on a new feature film. You know, I really want to do something that's story and character driven next. You know, so that's something that I'm trying to develop a script for and start from scratch with.
Well, good, all the best.
Yeah.
All the
Definitely.
best.
We got 2 actors right here. We're ready for you.
I know, I can tell.
We're running out of time, so if you have a Facebook you want to tell everybody or an email, I'm sorry, not email.
Website.
Yeah, sure. Well, www.vitobonifacci.com, VITOBONAFACCI is the website. You can see the trailer for the movie and all the information. And also on Facebook, Vito Bonifaci's on Facebook, so you could become his friend and like him and try to generate some interest. We really would like to try to get some support and as many people that come out to see the movie on the weekend of May 6th,
Yes.
the better chance it has of a longer run and breaking out into more theaters. And Louis Veneri is going to be coming on next, and again, Louis is in the movie as well. And William DeMeo, he plays
William
a priest
DeMeo.
in this movie.
Tell him we want him on the show.
He'll come on the show.
Beautiful.
William, you got to come on the show.
That's it. So let's give Paul Borghese a big hand.